Private lenders ICICI Bank, Axis Bank and HDFC Bank have been hit by allegations of facilitating money laundering and flouting RBI norms. Now, the bank stocks took a beating at early trade this morning in the wake of those allegations before recovering in late afternoon. Anirudh Ghosh joins us for an update. Anirudh, good evening. Thank you for joining us. First, tell us how serious these allegations are. And have you heard from the banks? Have they responded to these allegations?
Well, on the face of it, these allegations are quite serious. But then remember, we have to point out that these allegations have been made by an independent news magazine website. And clearly, ET now has had no means to verify these on our own. Of course, the magazine did come up with close to 100 hours of footage which they claim they've actually gone ahead and shot, and actually they presented this in a press conference, and they claim really that these banks have indulged in some amount of facilitation for money laundering. They claim that a number of their employees in HDFC Bank, in ICICI Bank and Axis Bank have been really caught red-handed by these particular reporters from the news organization as being helping customers really facilitate black money transactions, also helping them subvert various income tax rules, various RBI KYC norms, as well as a number of other rules. So clearly, if these allegations are proved, it could be quite detrimental for these banks in question. But then again, like we mentioned earlier, they are yet to be proved by any particular statutory body. Neither the RBI nor the Finance Ministry or Enforcement Directorate has come out with any particular statement on this. The Finance Minister did, of course, release a statement earlier today talking about how he's spoken to a couple of banks. The banks have, of course, maintained their innocence in this matter and said that they will look into the matter, and actually if there is something that needs to be kind of looked into, they will take stringent action on this. So clearly the onus now lies on the necessary regulatory bodies and the statutory bodies, whether it's an investigating agency or anything else like the Enforcement Directorate, which looks into this. At this point of time, that's all that we can say from our side, because we haven't, of course, verified these facts or the story from our end.
All right, Anirudh, thank you so much for joining us with those details. Anirudh there from our Banking Bureau, bringing us that story. The next obvious step will be, of course, a probe by the Enforcement Directorate. Let's find out what the Enforcement Directorate is saying at this point. Let's go across to Suchetna Ray, who joins us with exclusive details. Suchetna, what are you hearing in Delhi?
Sources in Enforcement Directorate tell us that we have to remember that they cannot take suo motu action on any case, which means that though Enforcement Directorate is acknowledging that these are very serious allegations of money laundering that are being made, but we have to remember that these allegations are being made by an independent website, and based on that, Enforcement Directorate as an agency cannot take any action. They can only take action by initiating an investigation once a competent agency or the government refers the matter to Enforcement Directorate. So they're waiting for either RBI, the Central Vigilance Commission, CBI, or even the Finance Ministry to refer the matter for Enforcement Directorate to investigate. Sources there tell us that in the past they have investigated such cases of money laundering. Remember, money laundering is a civil case. Therefore, they have investigated such certain matters, and some banks were found to not paying heed to KYC norms or carrying out proper due diligence. But as of this matter is concerned, they are not yet, a case has been referred to Enforcement Directorate for taking any action. Of course, sources in North Block tell us that the Finance Minister did have conversations with the three banks in question. Two of the CMDs of these banks have categorically mentioned that their internal probes shows no malpractice or irregularities as of this time.